it's not 4 o'clock yet, but I'm beating my OBS changing my screens before I get to it. So, hi. Happy Friday. I still don't have anything. I don't have a Lego set. I don't know. I'm getting an Elite Trainer box tomorrow, but I'm greedy and I might just open it tomorrow, so I don't know. Anyways, let's play Xenoblade. I'm also going to that Pokemon convention tomorrow. Perfect order, unfortunately. Hi there. If I get it, I will give it to you. Hello? It still did it. It still did it to me. That's crazy. I must have a timer on that scene. I don't know. Does anyone know where I'm going? I'm just gonna walk. This is my first time here, so I have to walk. I go down this way. Windpipe Deeps. Okay.
No! We lost the upper hand!
He said no.
Let's keep this up and we'll win for sure.
My thoughts
I don't know what I'm doing. I forgot how to play this. Have fun with Queso and Zekinator. I don't know who I'm fighting. Cora needs some healing, but of course Nia decided to go for it instead. There's too much going on. I don't know what's happening.
Make haste and retreat.
Okay, here we go.
Why not?
I forgot I had this. Can I get that? I don't need that. Cora needs it. Cora, go heal yourself. There's too much happening. How is Nia level 18 and I'm not? Can I be the highest level on my team? Yay! Thank you for stopping in, Gloom. I hope you have a good lunch. Oh, I'm going further away. I'm going backwards. You have a good weekend too. I'm nervous about the Pokemon convention. What even goes on during those things?
Okay, bring it on.
You hated the one you went to? Oh no, because I'm going with a 10-year-old child. So I have no idea. Griffin's family told us about it and asked if we could take his cousin. I know nothing about it, honestly. I am afraid it will be overstimulating, especially with a child. It smelled. I was also afraid of that.
What have we here?
That's crazy.
Flora,
It's gonna be hot tomorrow too. Oh no. It's gonna be like 80 degrees here tomorrow. Oh no. $50. I asked Griffin to get tickets. He said he doesn't see anything about needing tickets, so. Oh my god. Why am I missing?
Double spinning edge.
Poppy will protect us.
Sword bash.
Jaguar slash.
Eagle eye. Yeah. Sure.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. Give me that before Neo can get to it.
Losing today.
She was going for it. That's crazy. She does not need it.
Keep eye on it. Let's go.
Sword bash.
Get up. I see it.
No.
Flame. No.
Why not?
The way I feel like I'm doing nothing to this thing.
Steady. Protocol activated. Healing.
Soldier Boy?
Rush down. Defense protocol.
Why?
Sure. For sure. Sword bash.
Poppy will protect Master.
Not Ed Sheeran? I don't like the town that this Pokemon convention is in. I'm helping her fight something that she's not helping me fight.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Ow, ow. Ether anchor.
Why not?
Keep eye on it. Eagle eye.
Why not? Sword bash.
Are they still fighting that bat thing?
Anchor shot.
Oh, no, you don't.
I want that, please.
Why not win this
Excuse
one?
me. She's trying to get my heal.
Fierce smash.
Double spinning
Eagle eye.
hitting.
My flame.
What's happening?
Great combo. Third stage.
I don't know what just happened. I don't know how I did that.
Idiotza.
Why not?
They've done nothing to this thing.
Sword bash. Stop. Break.
Jaguar slash.
Anchor
Rush
shot.
down.
Make this and retreat. Why not?
Eye up.
Double spinning edge.
Look at how easily I'm gonna kill this thing.
Protocol activated.
Oh, there's two of them. Okay.
Ha! Ha! Eagle eye.
Just idiotza. Poppy will protect Master Ball. Thanks for the support. Scheiße, Memphis.
Wild sword bash. Spinning. Double spinning edge.
There's just too much going on.
Thanks, Poppy.
I can't believe there's, what, 14 hours of cutscenes? Is that what Croton said in this game? I looked up Xenoblade 1 says it had like 10 hours. I don't remember there being that many cutscenes.
Double spinning edge.
I almost fell down there. I don't want to do that. Or do I? I'm just gonna keep going.
And arrived.
If it's important, I'll probably have to come back
All
to
in
it.
one piece.
Here we go.
There's some kind of dim light.
If I remember, the Urian Titan has a translucent hide. I bet that'll be the light filtering through.
So, the Titan must be above the clouds now.
I dare say.
If we can make it to the source of the light, maybe we'll find a way out of here.
Hold it.
Hello. There's other people in here. I'm not gonna say anything.
Looks like a bunch of mushes I ain't seen yet. You gotta have pretty damn bad luck
Cosby.
ending up in a Titan's guts like this. Huh? That blade. An emerald core crystal. So, the rumors are true.
Huh? What rumors?
The tale that every driver worth his salt knows. The
How do they know that in
legendary
here?
Aegis. Folks been saying she just woke up from a 500-year nap.
Who told you
Wouldn't have
that?
thought she'd show up with a pencil-neck shrimp like you for a driver, though.
You think I don't have what it takes?
No, I mean, maybe you could handle a normal blade, but a greenhorn like you, with a beaut like her, don't kid yourself. Come on, boy. Hand her over to a grown-up.
This guy's
crap is getting
weird.
old. Leave her alone.
I don't like
You
that.
got heart, kid. I like that. You, Zuo, you take care of the others. I want to squash the kid.
Leave it to us.
Is this the queso guy
Real
that they
good
compared
care
him
of
to? Hello?
Do what the big man says.
You're up against a whole bunch of fierce opponents. Here's a little tip that might come in handy when taking on multiple enemies. Perhaps you've made use of it already, but that thing that the arrow is currently pointing to is called the concentration icon. When you're taking on multiple enemies, even if you switch the leader's target, your allies won't switch theirs. They'll carry on attacking the same enemies. If you feel like you need some help, just press left button for the concentration icon and your allies will hunt. Okay, sure. In a crowded battle, the order you choose to take down enemies can mean the difference between victory and utter failure. Make good use of target switching and have your allies concentrate on enemies, and you might find a way out of some sticky situations. Protect Pyra. Why is he level 20? What is Tora doing? Stop hitting Tora.
I wasn't planning on losing today.
Why am I targeting someone else now? I didn't mean to pick that up. Why is nothing happening? Why am I missing? Cora, get it together. Here. Guess who took it? The girl that didn't need it. She never needs to heal, and she takes every heal that I try to give myself or Tora. Look at her. That's crazy. Who am I talking about this guy? I'm gonna take someone to hit. I don't know how we're toppling him, to be honest. I keep moving the camera the wrong way for some reason. He just stood there and waited for me to hit him. She went for both of them. That's crazy. Why do I keep moving my camera the wrong way? What's going on? Why am I backwards? Evasion, stop it! Oh my god, what is going on? None of my attacks are over. That's crazy. Cora, get that. Look at Nia trying to go get it. Oh, hello.
Let's go. Rex, I'm with
Oh, I fucked that up. I pressed the wrong button. Yay, I did it.
What's the matter? Are you the Aegis, or aren't you?
Huh? Something feels different. This man, he's...
What's that
That all
mean?
you got, mate? Pathetic.
We'll show you. We'll show you what me and Pyro are made of. He dodged.
Of course I did, kid. Any slower, you'd bore me to death.
How about this then?
He was dodging the entire time we were fighting, so...
Rex! Wait! I can't supply power this fast!
Nowhere left to run. Eat this! Huh?
Hello?
Playtime's over. Take this.
Rest in peace.
If you're a driver, you're a new one for sure. Drivers, see? We borrow our blade's energy, channel it into our weapons, and let rip with an art. But you gotta be careful. There's a limit to it. If you go in all bull-headed like that, kid, even that Aegis of yours is gonna run out of energy before long.
What?
The name's Van Dam.
Why is he being
I run
nice?
a little firm out of the nearby village.
Firm?
Come on. I'll treat you to some grub, as thanks for letting me take a whack at the legendary Aegis.
Okay.
Just then, I realized while we were fighting, I sensed from the very start that he didn't mean us any real harm.
He sure is a strange old goat, that one.
Sure. Okay.
What have we
I'm
here?
already getting a headache. I'm surprised it didn't teleport me there.
Come out, come out.
Oh, I'm going further away. Okay. I got it.
Hey, look what I found!
Congratulations.
You didn't find anything. I found it.
Hell of a story. So you headed to the World Tree to reach Elysium, but got swallowed up whole instead. You got some crazy luck.
So, what were you doing back there then?
You know this Titan? It ain't too fussy about what it eats. I went down there to see if anything we might need in the village washed up. But mostly I only found your sorry mushes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Here we are. Welcome to
Well,
Garth.
how did they get a bunch of
Ain't much but a
penthouses? Oh my god, why are the kids in here? Aren't those the kids that had the brother?
Some drivers and blades here too.
We're in the business of dispatching drivers and blades all across the world. Most of the kids are war orphans. Took them in while on the job.
So you're saying that you take them under your wing?
Just till they're able to make it by themselves.
Some of them might grow up to be drivers, like ourselves. But then others might become tailors.
Doesn't matter what they want to do with their lives. We leave it up to them to decide.
How sweet.
Us Justice Busters just want to help.
Good eggs, huh?
You said it. I've been called worse. Come on, let's eat. All this egg talk's making me hungry.
I'm dying, it's so hot in here. We'll be staying here a while. Why don't you shrimps take a gander around Garfront in the meantime? Yeah, give Goldon a shout once you're done sightseeing. He'll rustle up some grub for you. You can have a right bonzer feast and get to know each other a little better. Okay. Hey, you know, Urayan food may not look appetizing, but it's actually damn tasty. And there's nothing better than a swig of Generosi tea after a good meal. What, you think elegantly sipping tea doesn't suit me? I'm a bit like Urayan food myself. I may not look it, but I'm pretty refined when you get to know me. Okay. Never imagined that the Aegis's troop would be a bunch of kids. Don't take it the wrong way, I'm just surprised. You must have had it real tough. Our boss is really concerned about you lot. Don't you worry, there ain't a person here who thinks badly of you. You can rest easy here in Garfront. Take some time to recuperate, I think is what he said. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna steal their stuff.
You're all mine.
All in one piece.
Hi there, my name is Hamlish, and I am in charge of reception for the Garfront Mercenaries. You would do well to remember me. The Garfront Mercenaries receive numerous job requests from all over. My job is to organize those requests for easy reference. The only jobs I can ask you to help us with right now are, well, guarding our leader, Van Ham, I suppose. Not that there's any reward on offer for that one. Okay. I can't talk to her. This is giving me a headache. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm back. Hey, listen up, you. You'd like to learn about the skills a blade needs when you're out in the field, wouldn't you? Yes. You want a blade with useful skills like lockpicking or keen eye. Not many blades like that, see? If you find a blade like that, never let it go, my lad. That's what my old man's always saying lately. Oh, I see. You need to cram as many factoids like that into your brain as you can if you want to be a great driver. Okay. Hello, friend. Oh, alright. Hototo, spare some time to play with newcomer friends. Friends know what tasty as yum yum is for Nopon? I don't know. Sausage? Toto not imagine any pawn who likes strange food like that. If no pawn exists that like tasty sausage, something seriously wrong with them. My bad.
I call upon the power of fire.
Okay. Why does it have negative 10% or 10 affinity loss with 5 affinity gain? It's a little silly. I don't know. Pomegranate soup? Sour spark on a stick. I don't really know what to do with this stuff. I don't want anything, thank you. Me wasting my money. Oh, this is that guy. I want that, thank you. And oh, I already had that. I just wasted my money. Oopsies. How do I put this stuff on? I'm confused. How do I do it? What does amount required mean if I can't do it? I'm confused. Okay. This is a training ground for mercenaries who don't have a mission to attend to. Once a foe's been toppled, you launch that sucker. Then focus your attacks to deal massive damage. For the finishing blow, smash him to the ground. That's what I teach them, but they're not always too quick on the uptake. It's tough to link up attacks like that on your own, so you gotta work with your allies. Takes them a while to realize that. Okay. Hey, welcome to Garfront. That's the name of the mercenary band Van Ham runs. It's also what we call this village where we all live. As you can see, we take all sorts here. Mercenaries and drivers from all over Allrest, and plenty of kids too. Naturally, you're welcome here as well. Okay. Van Ham always manages to find the most interesting individuals to bring back here, doesn't he? I never thought the legendary Aegis would be such a cute girl. I mean, not that that's a bad thing or anything. But yeah, we take all sorts here. When you've seen as many crazy folk as we have, and Aegis is no biggie. Hey, look who's here. Food's on the table. Don't you worry about the cost. Eat as much as you like. Thank you.
I'm going to get some water. Van Dam?
Cheers, love. Give me a beer.
Beer? Coming right up.
Gross.
What's up? The grub don't suit you?
So, do you fight in wars too, Van Damme?
You got a problem with mercenaries?
Are you trying to get us to join up?
Ha! Shrimps like you? We're not that desperate. Relax.
Okay. Good to know.
Rex. You're a salvager, ain't you?
Yeah.
You must have fished out your share of military supplies, right?
And does he want
You
me to go
fine with
get him something? I don't have any
Nah,
thingies
I don't want to
to
get
do
involved
that.
with it.
It's all the same. Compasses, valves for ether stoves. Armies need all these
I don't
things.
have any thingies to
That bread you're
dig stuff
eating,
up.
it's made from Ruska flour, supplied by the Ardanian government. This world's full of war. Don't matter if you're a soldier or not. As long as you're alive, you're in the war, some way or another. Don't you think? Life can be cruel. Crueler than you know. That's why I set up this little band, so I could protect the people I care about. Rex, you're the driver.
What's taking her so long with the
of
water and the beer?
the whole world's gonna try and scalp you. You realize that? How are you gonna live when you've got everyone gunning for you? It'd be easy to run. All you need to do is ditch that girl.
He's so fake. He just wants her. That's crazy.
Come on. Gotta get ready.
What?
I don't
Where
like
are
that
we
little
going?
smirk he had.
Just follow me, kid.
He's gonna try to kill me. He said to follow him, but I'm not seeing him anywhere. What an annoying old guy. Where do you think Van Ham went? I guess we just explore the village and hope we run into him? Good idea. It's always best to get the lay of the land when you arrive in a new place. Besides, didn't he say we should get ready for something? He's not exactly big on explaining himself, is he? There's quite a few shops around here, so let's stock up on anything we need while we look for him. I already did that. Is that not what I was supposed to be doing before? No. I just want out of the screen. Accessories. I have a lot of things that help me with healing. Or HP. That sounds good. I pressed that button 3 times and I was confused, and then I started pressing another button. I don't know why it wasn't working. Should I give her something for HP since she's always stealing my stuff? Maybe she'll stop. I really don't need to keep going back. I feel like he needs... He needs this. He's always dying. I'm Ralu. I take care of the admin duties in Garfonts. I've been saying that wrong the whole time, I think. Merce Group, glad to meet ya. You must have a bit of... I don't know what that word is. News? If fandom brought you in? If you're ever interested in working with the Merce group, just give me a shout. Thanks. Okay. Gonna head this way. Hey, I heard it from the big man. You're a rookie driver, ain't ya? Anyone can see you're a rookie, but you're still a leader, kid. That means everyone's depending on you. I got a piece of advice for you. Party leader's the one who gets to call the shots with the blade combos. And if you chain up those combos, you get a little boost of power each time. When you're the leader, the buck stops with you. So make sure you're giving the right orders. Okay.
Happy to.
I call on the power of water.
Okay.
Up.
Hey, look what I found.
You sure know how to keep a guy waiting, rookies. Very sorry for wait. It's fault of Van Ham for rushing off ahead. Haha, sorry about that. I guess you've already seen him when we fought earlier, but let's introduce ourselves properly, shall we? I'm Rock, Van Ham's blade. Pleasure to meet you all. Pleasure's all ours. I noticed you used an unusual style of weapon. Yeah, they're called dual scythes. Even around here, I never met anyone but Van Ham who can use them. Wow, big man, very amazing. Haha, don't flatter him too much. He'll let it go to his head. Van Ham only have one blade then? Yeah, pretty much. I know most drivers have a few, so they can change up their strategies in battle, but me, Rock's all I've ever needed. Big man really is amazing. Haha, it sounds to me like you just can't be bothered to think up more than one strategy, eh, old man? Well, now that we know each other, let's get down to business. He just dodged the question. An expert dodge, to be sure. Why couldn't they have put that in the
We just got a
cutscene?
job to go check out some kind of crazy energy effect. Somewhere up around the blowhole. What do you say? Fancy being a mercenary for a day?
Okay. But, I mean, we don't work for free.
Don't worry, kid. You'll get paid.
No, we're gonna get killed. I know he's gonna try to kill us. I just know it. Oh, he's okay. I assume I need him then? Sorry, Tora. Level 20. I'm not level 20 yet,
Let's show him a thing.
but I'm gonna try to fight him.
Stay on your toes.
Blind spot.
Eagle eye.
Why not? Yeah.
Rushdown.
Sword bash.
I don't like that I'm under him.
Double spinning edge. Yeah.
Oh, no, he does.
Thanks for that.
Ice shot. Our emotions are okay. Here we go.
Did she take my heater?
Jaguar smash. Now let's show them what we're really made of.
Yeah.
Malu Giraffe.
I'm getting fired up.
You can count on me.
I won't sacrifice.
Make haste and
Double
retreat.
spinning edge.
Try some of this.
Is this to your liking?
Yeah. Hit it. No.
Flame.
Enough that.
Cheers for that.
Oh,
Why not?
I think that was my heal.
It makes for quite a snug bed, my boy.
It's not my fault if you fall out during battle, yeah?
Who's this guy next to me trying to bite me? Can you give us a second? We're busy.
Emotions are
Oh, oh my god, he's gonna kill me.
Anchor shot.
Make haste and retreat.
He's actually gonna kill me.
Nah, I can keep going. Sword bash. Focusing on
this up
target.
and we'll
I need that. I need that.
This won't do.
Double spinning edge.
Oh, he's level 23. I should know that. I died.
Flows unfavorably. Vex, pull yourself together. Let us make use of it now.
I'll do better.
Nothing major.
Let's lend a hand. Win for sure.
Stop it.
I like your attitude.
Someone else help.
Right here.
It isn't over yet, my boy.
Thank you, Nia.
Thanks, Nia. Hit it. No.
Jaguar smash. Flame.
Let us make use soon now.
Why not?
Can I get him up?
No, not that.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Why not?
Let's keep this up.
No, not that. Make haste and retreat.
I'm just getting all of the heals. Where did it go?
Rex, do you need a rest?
Revitalize.
I can keep going.
Rush down.
Double spinning edge.
Just give me the heads up.
Gotcha.
No, not that.
Cheers. Break. Give
Is
the
she
word.
fighting this guy with
Here we
me?
go.
I don't think she is.
Focusing and strong. I like your attitude. Sword back.
Maybe she is. I don't know.
Taste the pain.
Ha!
Wild roar.
Double spinning edge.
Two, Rex.
My thoughts
Oh no.
We're gonna need a lot of
No,
left
no,
Rex.
no.
Maybe you should slow down.
Oh no,
Now I
you
can help
don't,
this
Van
guy.
Damme.
Yeah.
Stop hitting me so much.
Anchor shot. Ha! Oh,
Stop
no,
it.
you don't. Darn.
Oh my god.
Why here?
Okay. I don't want to fight
It's
him
fine.
again.
We'll get him yet.
Don't push yourself too hard.
I'm gonna stay over here.
Watch yourself,
Hey.
Rex. Just watch this. Quietly.
It's okay.
Much obliged. Yeah.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
I like your attitude. Double spinning edge.
Eagle eye.
Sure.
How am I only level 18?
Ha!
Eagle eye. Healing,
Why
halo.
not?
Oh no, you don't. Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
Anchor shot.
Make haste and retreat.
There's one in the water.
Raging tiger.
Sure.
Rush down.
Back.
Now let's show them what we're really made of.
We'll beat them. Now I'm fired up.
Rex, you need a rest.
Now I can keep going.
I kind of do need a rest, actually.
Ha! Anchor shot. Ha!
Make let us aid our fallen
Why
Oh.
here?
No. Stay with me, Rex. Stand up and fight, Rex.
Thank you.
Thanks,
He
Nia.
took the heals. Okay.
Hit it. No.
Prominence.
Why not?
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
My thoughts exactly.
I'm gonna just swim over here. Oh, I can't. Wait, he's level 21 now? I thought he was level 23.
Come out.
I bet I can wing it.
I'm gonna walk by you. Please don't attack me. Oh my
No.
god.
We lost the upper hand.
I'm just gonna keep running. That's why I'm only level 21. I mean 18. I'm not level 21. How do I get past this?
An ether miasma. Take it this is your first one.
Ether miasma.
Well, I think I saw one the other
It's a
day
load
when
of
I was playing
poisonous
this.
waste products spewed from the Titan's gut.
In an area I probably
you
shouldn't
know,
have been
when you
in.
get gassy,
Ew.
kind of like that.
Is there a way through this thing? I can't see any way around it.
Hey, no fear.
He's just gonna walk through it?
Rock, mate, you're up.
Or not. So does that mean that the Titan is gassy?
Miasma's died down.
Yep, nothing to it.
Well, he said it's kind of like when
Let's
you're
roll.
gassy and we're in a thing, so I assume that means he's got a fart. Can I get this?
Come out, come out.
Please don't jump off the edge. Where am I going? I'm confused. Do I go that way? Huh? What did I say? So when she picks up the thing that I'm trying to get, it heals everyone? Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay. Sorry, Nia. Where do I go? This way. Never mind.
Decent place for a camp, maybe.
This would make a good nesting place.
What
We're
have
not
we
even
here?
that far from your other camp.
Flora heals an aching soul.
I didn't know that she was healing everyone. What is this? It just lights up the room, I guess.
Let's show him a thing or three.
Let's show them how drivers do it.
Mirror. I'm sad. They're running from me. These one attack me only.
Michael, sword bash.
I'm gonna die. That's crazy.
Nah, I can keep going.
Let's go.
Gotcha.
Make haste and retreat. Let us aid our fallen comrade.
Juice.
Okay.
Knock us down.
That was quick.
You better finish the job.
We'll have our revenge yet.
I have to fight something. I think you did send me the clip before. I'm gonna fight these. Oh, there's a level 22 guy. Oh, I feel bad. They're like a family.
Do it like I showed you when
This is why I play Minecraft as a vegetarian. I don't eat the
Our
animals.
emotions are in tune, Rex.
Makes me sad.
Attitude. Oh no, bash.
You're fine.
Thanks for that.
Good job.
Double spinning edge.
Rush down. Muscle fire.
Jaguar snap. Let's keep this up.
This guy's just chilling over here.
Exactly. Let's go.
Bash.
Okay, here we go.
Show us down. Done. It's fun.
Oh no, you don't.
Now they're both attacking me.
Now let's show them Jack really is.
Make haste and retreat.
Don't let up.
I'm getting fired up. Great.
Here.
Ow. Blind spot.
Let's go.
Spinning edge.
Here.
Hit it. No.
Let's do this. It's a javelin slash.
Much obliged.
Make haste and
Oh,
retreat.
why did that run so fast that time?
Sword bash.
Here.
Double spinning edge.
Make haste and
Oh
retreat.
no, everyone's getting psyched.
Don't let up.
We don't know now.
Sword bash.
Wild roar.
So, Dromar.
Oh, we finished at the
you
same
look
time?
for in a
Okay.
driver?
Small enough to ride on my back, adorable of features, and a little impertinent.
I just don't want that big guy to see me. Can I do something with this? No.
If they seek a
Who
fight,
sees
they
me?
shall get one.
The guy all the way down there.
It's okay.
Thanks for that.
Let's keep this up and you'll win for sure.
I like your attitude.
It's okay.
Sword bash. Double spinning edge.
Oh no, you don't.
Thanks for that.
Why am I doing so bad?
Like your attitude. Ha!
Oh no, just don't let
Thanks for
taste
that.
the pain.
This to your liking.
You don't stand a chance against this man.
Sword bash.
Jaguar
How?
Rex, do you need
There's
a
a
rest?
heal down there.
Getting tough.
I'm gonna grab that.
Blind spot.
Why not?
I can't get back up. And I die.
Backward. Pull yourself together.
Help. Thank you. Now I'm fighting this guy all alone.
This won't do.
But it looks like he's stuck.
Sure, why not?
Oh no, you don't.
Much obliged, but poorly. Red, save your bash. Ah, Grump said it best.
I think he really is stuck.
Spinning edge. Yeah. Anchor shot.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
Sure, I like your attitude.
Muscle slap!
I'm gonna die.
Why here?
I'm very sorry.
Rex, mate. Use your blade.
Why am I so bad? What am I doing wrong?
Let us make use of it now.
Why not?
Eye up.
Double spinning edge.
Losing focus, Rex?
Don't give up on me.
I'm the man for the job.
Now I'm fired.
What would you have me do?
Now there's someone behind us.
My thoughts are anchor shot. Sword bash.
Let's keep this up and we'll win for sure.
Not win this way. Why not?
They keep switching back and forth.
Thanks for that. You may not win this one. Gramps,
Let us make
you
use
too
of it
much.
now.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
I like your attitude. Double spinning slap. Yeah. Give it all you've got.
It's in the bag.
Oh, stop focusing on me, please.
It's getting tough.
What a winter.
Double spinning edge. Show me your enemy in the mix.
Jaguar slash.
You may not win this one.
You don't stand a chance against us.
Why here?
Help me.
Sorry. Stand up and fight.
Thank you.
What would you have me do? Smash.
There's another one.
Yeah. Ha. Hit it.
Blazing.
I fucked that up.
Muscle slap!
Cool.
Anchor shot. Sure. Ha. Spot. Ha. Ha.
Stop attacking me only.
Let's show them what we're really made of.
I barely hit you, I think.
This one.
Beast.
Anchor shot. I wasn't playing a loose today.
Spot! Not bad for a red tag punch!
Sword bash.
Muscle slap!
Double spinning edge.
Rex,
Are they fighting something else? There's another one. Died.
It isn't over
We're
yet.
just being ambushed by these things. Can someone help me? Thank you.
Thanks, Nia.
Jaguar slash.
Okay,
Okay,
no,
here we go.
Haste and retreat.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
Anchor shot. Ha. Why not?
Muscle slap!
Can they stop coming over here and attacking us so I can leave this area,
Make
maybe?
use of it now.
Yeah,
It's
double
okay.
spinning edge.
Now, let's show them what we're really made of.
We'll beat them with the power of friendship.
Touchdown.
Why not? Sword bash.
Muscle slap!
This is so chaotic. Are they still fighting another one?
Why not? Sure.
Oh my god, there's another one.
Hit it.
Muscle slap! Echo heat ray!
I don't know what just happened.
Ha! Sword bash.
Jaguar slash.
Double spinning edge.
Eagle eye! Muscle slap!
Ha!
Heat ray!
Ha! Yeah! Sword bash.
Is he howling for more? Is that why more are coming over?
Make haste and retreat.
Why not?
Cement this.
Aqua wave! Muscle slash!
My ads are about to run. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave. Nobody attack me, please. I just want to get out of your area. The howling brings him more. That makes sense. True. Wrong button.
My skill.
I'm strong.
I see.
Puppies.
Yay. When do you think I should add a redeem to change my characters? Oh, okay, well after this cutscene. My ads are about to run. Dang it.
An Arden. Just what we need. Briggs, any good with that anchor?
Yeah, I get by.
I guess I'm gonna check after this fight.
Now watch.
That's so mean. I'm getting another tutorial. Yay.
Awesome. I never thought of using it that way.
The trick is to pull it taut at just the right moment.
They got this music playing so loud I can barely hear them talking.
Okay,
element is
time
now
to take
fire.
you
Okay.
down.
I'm gonna take my break while this tutorial is sitting on the screen. I will be right back. I'm back. The Banham guy is a pretty effective teacher thanks to his lesson. Rex's anchor shot art now has the ability to inflict topple on foes. However, just using anchor shot on its own won't generally be enough to topple the enemy. To inflict topple, you'll first need to destabilize the enemy's stance with a break effect. Nia has an art that can inflict break on the enemy. So for maximum effect, wait for her to set you up before unleashing anchor shot. How am I supposed to know? Oh, looks like one of you has inflicted break. See the gauge the arrow is pointing at? This is the driver combo gauge. It will appear whenever someone inflicts break on the enemy. I'm not looking up there when I'm playing this. Like, I'm looking dead in the middle of the screen, not up there. Use an art that has a topple effect before the gauge runs out and you'll have the opportunity to inflict major damage. That's what we call the driver combo. Break, topple, launch, smash. Whatever that means. You almost always look up there. I'm like looking at this guy's eye. That's about where I look. You'll find Rex and his friends have a variety of arts that can be integrated into a driver combo. We'll try to find the best ways to link them all together. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to train myself to look up there. That's why, like, I watch my VODs and I get so insecure about the fact that I look like I'm looking straight down all the time. I'm looking like at the bottom of my screen half the time. I don't know why that's where I look at. There's nothing going on down here. Especially in this game. Oh, the thing. I just have to keep checking. Whoa! He went for a ride. Who did that to him? Yay.
You got it after seeing it once. Not bad, kid.
Hey.
Why
Listen
did he
up,
laugh
kid.
like that?
Drivers use arts, but that doesn't just mean using the powers your blade gives you. There are arts that use your own strength or take advantage of your enemies. There are all sorts. A driver's job is to be smart with his arts and protect his blade.
Protect my blade?
Yeah. It's a two-way thing.
Why is he acting
kid.
surprised?
You gotta be aware of the power coming out of her. Don't waste it. Channel it through your arts and protect her. If you can do that, then you're a true driver, kid.
A true driver? I don't know. Am I ready?
Course you are. That thing from before took me 5 years. to
5
learn
years.
5 years?
that. Yeah, but you saw it once, and then you aced it like it was nothing. And you got Nia and Tora in tow. Those guys are pretty handy. Kid, you got a bright future.
I think I'm gonna spew.
Biggie Pon has scary face, but he very nice.
Suss me out, furry pond.
Furry Pond. I have to make Nia and Tomodachi Life. I've only made Ryan and Fiora. And Fiora looks terrible. Like, nothing like actual Fiora. Great blowhole. I think he's gonna try to kill us. So, I don't know. Sometimes he seems nice. Okay, I have to go up there. You know what? I'll fight
Let's
you.
show him a thing or three.
Make sure you got my tail Rex.
Blind spot!
Ow!
Don't kick me.
Topple them!
Eagle Eye.
Just make use of
Why
it now.
not?
Sword. I wasn't planning on losing today.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
This looks like a Pokemon that I have a card of, but I don't remember the name.
Just give me the heads up. Now, let's show them what we're really about.
Sure, we'll beat sword bash.
Who keeps throwing them up into the air?
Double spinning edge.
I like how she didn't go for the potions when I'm the only one that needs healing. She heard me complaining. I apologized though.
Go on, raise us some more. Okay, time to take you down.
Look the other way.
Let's show them how drivers do it.
Yeah.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
Full head of steam.
Too bad. We win.
The topple doesn't last very long, it feels like.
Let's keep this
Double
awesome.
spinning edge.
As
Hit
you
it.
wish.
No.
Now. Jaguar Flash. It's okay.
Make me
Your helmet makes for quite a snug berth, my boy.
It's not my fault if you fall out during battle, yeah?
Put your best foot forward, Rex.
All right already.
I missed.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
I wasn't planning on losing today.
Launch from the smash yet. I don't know what that means.
It's in the bag.
Like, do I have moves to do that? I don't know what that means.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex. Try cement this. You don't stand a chance against us now.
No one can stop us now.
I just think the layout of this game, the battle
Well,
thing,
I wish I was as
it's
much
so
of a
different from
warrior as
one.
you.
I'm really
I'd
confused.
begin a lady, alright? A warrior lady.
I wasn't planning on
Our
losing
emotions
today.
are in tune, Rex. Too bad.
Full head of steam.
Must be gross.
Let's keep this up. Let's go.
Spinning edge. Topple them.
Let us make use of it. Good idea.
Now, let's show them what we really need.
We'll beat them with the
I
power
don't
of
really
friendship.
need
I could have
to
done this blindfolded.
knock those little guys over.
Come out, come out.
I don't know if I want to fight him. He might be too high level.
If they seek a fight,
Okay.
they shall get one.
Hello.
Ow! New enemy in the
I
mix.
keep forgetting I have to press buttons to start fighting.
Yeah! Ha!
Let's keep this up. Rex, do you need a rest?
It's getting tough.
I was waiting to use that, but I already fell. Okay.
Stay with me, Rex.
Someone help.
Stand up and
This
fight,
is why I didn't want to fight him.
Thanks, Nia.
Jaguar Flash.
Sword Sure. Ha!
I'm all set.
Why
Try
not?
cement this. Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
My thoughts exactly.
Like I'm going down
Please
with
stop
a
focusing on me. Thank you.
Watch out!
eagle eye. Cheers to that.
Why not?
We have to save them. I could still. Rex, maybe you should slow down.
Hit! It's getting tough.
I can't help. Oh, I fucked that up.
I wasn't planning on Luke. Darn. Why here?
Careful now.
Help.
Isn't over yet, my boy.
Please help. Come over here, please.
Step back, darn you!
Nothing, mate. I need a breather.
He had half health, and he didn't come help us. That's
You
crazy.
better finish the job.
Until he was about to die.
Have our revenge yet.
Now I'm all the way down here. Those wolves are gonna... Oh my god. Why am I all the way down here? We went through a cutscene. I shouldn't be down here. Hey guys, I'm just gonna walk to the side. So you can't see me, maybe. far am I? I thought it was a little bit closer. Alright, I said I was gonna check the... Why do I keep pressing this button? This thing. Right? Is that what I'm looking at? Okay. Let's use a driver art after canceling a driver art. Increases maximum HP, increases strength by 20. Has a 10% chance of attacking again after a successful auto attack. Allows use of the driver art assigned to acts at the start of the battle. Try this one.
Getting better.
That's what I was thinking.
Paying off.
Now we got the expensive stuff. I can get this. Adds 20% damage ratio after canceling an auto attack. I don't have enough for that though.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Why did that one not go all the way up? These are too expensive. I don't have 1,000 on him. What the heck? I'm almost there. I didn't check Tor, but I'm not using him, so...
It must have sensed our skill.
Okay. He gave up pretty quickly.
And arrived.
I didn't even notice that was a dead creature.
A Titan? So that weird power effect they clocked. Maybe this is the cause.
They clocked?
Yeah. Sure looks like it.
I'll hazard it wasn't death by old age either. Might have been an accident. On the other hand, it might have been attacked.
What's happening? Oh no.
Hey, look. Seems like this Titan dying off has stirred up something else.
That's creepy. I don't like the spider.
Watch yourself, Rex.
You put your feet above the
Elder Arachno. Oh, and he's got a friend. I'm missing. Well, if I can get away for a second. Thank you. Wow, that healed nothing. I do need a rest. Oh, I don't have my thing. Please don't put me back all the way down on the bottom. Thank you.
And you better finish the job.
We'll have our revenge.
I'm under leveled, I believe.
Let's show him a thing or three.
It's the wrong one to mess with.
Stop attacking me.
Our motions are too I like your attitude.
Muscle slash.
Wow. It like lasts enough for me to get one hit in.
Oh no, you got. Much obliged. Okay, everyone's getting sight. We're on a roll now.
Everyone's getting sight. Not me. I'm nervous. The power of friendship. Okay, my little pony.
Are you alright?
The spider can't decide who he wants to attack. Oh, now he decided me. Oh my god.
Rex, maybe you should slow down.
It's getting tough.
Make haste and retreat.
Thank you.
Double spinning edge.
Him just walking around to get a better look at me.
Rex, maybe you should slow
Oh my
down.
god.
It's getting tough.
Finally. I pressed that button so many times. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. Someone help me. Thank you.
Thanks, Nia.
I just got up. Hold on. Stop attacking me.
Watch out.
Nia, get that please. Thank you. My attitude changed. Oh my god. Nia, can you get this? Okay, I'm gonna get it. I hope. Stop attacking me. Please. Nia, get the heal thingy. Oh, it's behind me. Okay. Help! You gotta help me. Please. He's almost dead. Thank you.
Much stronger.
What's that?
The blade returned
Oh.
to its core.
So that monster was in resonance with the blade.
Tora cannot resonate. Stinky monster can resonate. Not fair.
Poor
But-
Tora.
Master Pawn have Poppy.
Oh, Poppy.
If a blade loses
Oh, I was
its
playing
driver,
Xenoblade,
it winds
Xenoblade
up like
3.
this.
So, is it like dead?
Nah. The crystals start glowing again after a bit of time. Then a new driver can resonate.
I don't know if I want a spider.
But
There's a butt?
its memory will be totally zapped.
I guess the spider was the driver,
It'll be
right?
reborn as a new blade. Won't remember a thing.
Okay.
Yeah?
I don't want to be a
That's
spider.
pretty rough. To have all your past wiped out like that.
But memories can be painful as well. They can be a terrible burden.
His
And
name's
a
Wolfric.
blade can live forever, as long as the crystal exists. It's just as well. Eternity is a long time to collect bad memories.
Pyra.
She's got trauma.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking, sometimes being able to forget is a blessing.
Come on. Let's get finished up here.
He's like, shut up with your sob story. I got business to attend to.
That's...
A core crystal.
what?
Well, that's where they come from. Out of Titans. This one's brand new and ready to resonate, like a big steak, right before you take that first bite. It'll
Gross.
probably end up buddying up with a bunch of drivers. Every time the driver dies, it'll forget everything and return to its core. Eventually, it'll resonate with a new driver. Drivers dying, titans dying. The blade just keeps on living through it all. It's a never-ending cycle, an eternal history. As mortals,
And he
we'll
wanted
never
that?
be
Don't
able
I
to
have those?
understand.
It's incredible.
Rest in peace.
But Pyra already had a body when we found her. Could her old driver still be alive somewhere?
Interesting.
Perhaps.
Who's her driver? Also, if she has one, then how am I using her? Where am I going? Can I make... Oh, well, he decided we could. I didn't push him off the edge. He jumped. Level 19. Am I not going back where I came from? I think I'm going back. Can I jump off of this? No. Definitely not. Am I going the wrong way? Oh, well, he jumped.
Oh.
Not that way. I will fall to my death. I probably could have just teleported, actually. Wrong button. Right? Maybe not. Oh, I can.
We're here.
So, shall we?
What does this person want? I can't leave my post, but I've got to do something. Something wrong? Well, the thing is, we've got ourselves a little problem here. Here are the details. The kids went out to play, but it's been ages and they haven't come back. When they go out to play, sometimes they come back with stuff we need, like food or raw materials. It's all well and good, but I worry. I've asked them to stop, but you know kids. They just want to help the village in their own way, I suppose. Playing at Merce's... At any rate, it's not unusual for them to be late back, but whichever way you slice it, they've been gone an awfully long time. I don't want to overly worry, but you do hear stories. I want to make sure they're okay, but I can't abandon my duties. I'd like to help if that's okay. You'll go and check for me? Thanks, that would be a huge help. The kids said they were heading over Great Mall Rapids way. I'd start looking there, thanks a lot. Okay. Can I teleport there? Me actually doing a side quest? Hello? The kids are in trouble, let's go. Did I just skip a cutscene or something? What just happened?
Okay, bring it on.
Rain spot! Muscle slap!
Who am I fighting? Oh, the guy in the middle.
Let's keep this up and we'll
Focusing
win
on
for sure.
target. I like your attitude.
Rush down.
Sword bash.
I tried to have skipped the cutscene. Because it started so abruptly.
Double spinning.
Let's keep this up and we'll win for sure.
Oh my god.
Anchor shot.
Let us make use of it now.
Everyone's getting
Now let's show them what we're really made of.
sword bash.
I'm getting fired up.
Spot! What
Okay,
Xenoblade?
here we go.
Gotcha.
Rush down! Superb!
Really fighting.
Much obliged.
Just give me
Wise
one more.
idea!
Double spinning.
Wait!
Get over here. Come on, let's taste the pain. Rush down.
Anchor shot.
My power
Why
can
not?
finish this.
Gotcha.
Muscle slap!
Good, Nia.
Yay. We
Make
saved
sure
the
to keep
kids,
Rex
I think.
focused.
Don't you worry, Gramps.
Or not. I don't know.
Yeah,
But there they
you've
are.
got real potential.
I thought it would start a cutscene. Are you alright? Have no fear. Yes, we're all fine thanks to you. Drivers are so cool. When I grow up, I want to be just like... something wrong. I wasn't saying nothing, just talking to myself. We gotta get back to the village. Mr. Dross will be worried.
Come out, come out.
I assume they teleport with me.
Let us go.
We're back. Thank goodness everyone was okay. I'm so relieved. Next time we'll make sure they're accompanied by an adult. We should let you know. Thanks for helping, guys. It's no problem at all. Oh, I nearly forgot. Please take this. It's nothing special, just a little something to say thanks. Thanks. Don't mention it. You really helped us out. Hey, hey. Is something wrong? I want to ask a favor. Let me be your apprentice. I'd like to hear the details. Rex, what about you? Same here. Can you fill us in? My folks were drivers back in Gormont, but they got betrayed by one of their mates and died. Me and my sis got taken in by Bantam. We're real grateful to him and all the Merces here, but sometimes my sis gets a bit sad all the time. She always says she wants to eat a whole grass-smoked salmon like Mom used to make. Whenever I hear her say that, I get all angry in my belly. I'll get revenge one day. To kind of pay back the villagers, I've been gathering the kids to collect food and stuff for them. But I'm never gonna get strong enough to avenge my parents like this. I want to resonate with the core crystal my dad left me as soon as I can. That's why you gotta train me. I want to be the best driver there is. Sorry, but no. I should have known. Adults are all the same. I thought you'd understand. Okay. I agree. Playing at Mercer's is good enough for that kid. None of this becoming a driver so he can go and kill people. I'm sure he feels frustrated right now, but someday he'll understand. Revenge doesn't solve anything. It just creates a vicious circle. Thanks for saving the kids. We'll keep a better eye on them in the future. I hope I said the right thing. Hi there. After the stuff that happened, we decided not to let the kids go out and play without a grown-up on hand. Right? I thought the kids would kick up a fuss because we'd be cramping their style, but actually they're stoked. They get to see the Mercers at work, and it's a real buzz for them. Gotta watch that Jelvet, though. I can't shake the feeling he's bound to get himself into trouble. Where am I going? Aww. He's practicing his punches.
Hey! Hold still. I thought you were a tough salvager, Rex.
Give me a break. Pain is pain, isn't it? How about you? Are you hurt?
Don't worry. It's just a scratch.
What is
That was on
happening?
purpose. You were hurting me on purpose, weren't you? Well,
I wasn't. Honest. I was just rubbing the lotion.
I thought that was a cake pop.
Rex, you
I'm
rubbed it too
greedy.
hard. It hurts.
Hey,
See?
you two. Give me a look at that.
Why are we getting a thigh shot?
What is this? Haven't seen this before.
I didn't see anything.
Don't know why a blade would be stuck with a bunch of wounds. And they're exactly the same as Rex's.
Interesting.
Incredible. Never heard of such a thing.
It's all true.
I just thought it was an accessory.
Why is my
Randall,
controller always
that's not my
dying?
style.
Blades are supposed to heal up right away, no matter what the wound. If the crystal's in one piece and the driver's alive,
Oh my god,
nothing
almost
can
knocked my
touch 'em.
Dr. Pepper over.
So why is she
That
all
would have
bashed
been
up?
horrible. Oh, sorry. That Dr. Pepper would have went all over the Switch, I think.
That's just how the chips fell. It is what it is.
What it is a problem. It means if one of you kicks the bucket, you both do.
You told me that a good driver always protects his blade.
I don't want to get pinched.
So
I'm
that's what I'll
scared.
do. I'm gonna protect her.
What?
Easier said than done, kid.
Oh, that was the other
Listen.
controller.
Pyra, she saved my life, brought me back from the dead, so I won't die again. I've got to live, for her sake, until we get to Elysium, at least. We can make it together.
Rex, you mean?
Going to Elysium. I can't.
Oh,
let
here's the
that
guy
stand.
that Proton was talking
It
about.
won't do. A bunch of amateurs stealing the show? The script exists for a reason.
Akos.
Please speak only when you're spoken to, traitor.
Traitor, traitor, traitor!
Who are you?
Yeah, you're one of the baddies now, you villain.
I didn't betray anyone.
Then why do you stand with them? You think that is where you belong?
Don't go back to them.
Who are these goons?
If you go back to them, you're not going to my Tomodachi Life
They're
Island.
trying to get their hands on Pyra.
Torna!
Akos, just tell us what you're here for.
Well, the Aegis, of course. I just had to come and see the leading lady with my own eyes.
Jin put you up to this.
Well deduced. Oh, by the way, his orders were to deal with you in whatever manner I see fit.
Please don't fight me. I think I'm a little underleveled.
He wouldn't.
Please.
You're lying.
Why the surprise? Did you think he would still care about you? Oh, to live in your reality.
Ow!
Well, well.
Did she just meow?
Your part in this play is coming to an end. So, time for you to shuffle off the stage.
What's wrong?
I know the name Torna. They've taken the lives of too many drivers, including some of my crew, good people. Rumor says it's because they're collecting core
The guy
crystals.
just chilling in the back.
So, if this Akos is one of them, you, Zuo, get everyone out of the village.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
my god.
You ready?
Ready.
Got it.
It's not that dramatic. I don't think anyone needs to
No
leave.
problem.
It'll be tough. His blade, Obrona. She can manipulate the ether in the air.
He's gonna be like
It lets
level
him counter
25.
elemental attacks by generating fields to the opposing element.
Finally, a decent opponent for a change. Let's go.
Okay, music.
Okay, time to take you
It's time you
down.
learn to take your teamwork to the next level, introducing chain attacks. A way for your whole party to deal massive damage to the enemy. First, let's take a look at the party gauge. We may have touched on this before, but it has more uses than just getting your allies back on their feet. When all 3 sections of the party gauge are fully charged, you're ready to launch a chain attack by pressing plus. Oh my god. That's so far from the other buttons. During a chain attack, each of your party members in turn can choose one of their currently engaged blades to perform a special with. For example, first Rex might choose to use a special with Pyra, then Nia might choose Dromark, and finally Tora can use one with Poppy. Everyone's had a turn that's a single round. What's more, during a chain attack, you have the opportunity to destroy the unhelpful element orbs that attach to your enemies when using specials. If you use a special with an opposing element against an element orb, it'll be easier to smash, and you'll do massive damage if it does smash. He's level 24. I just saw that. Think carefully about the order in which you summon your blades and which specials you use, then when you start a chain attack, party gauge will be replaced with the full burst gauge. It'll fill up a little each time you smash an element orb, and when it's full, a full burst will initiate. Your enemies will be on the wrong end of massive damage. Earlier I told you that you'll need to hit home with a level 3 blade combo to add an element orb, but this time let's just add a water orb to Akos for free. I'll drop you a little hint so you can smash the orb effectively. You're better off striking with a special that has the opposite element, which in this case is fire. I've maxed out your party gauge for you, so why don't you try the plus button? Okay.
Blind spot! Sync it up, everyone! Stop! We're up, Gramps.
Now!
I think I sold that.
Get him, Nia!
Here I come! Ready or go!
I did. That's horrible.
Van Damme, show us what
You
you
can
got!
take it! I got it!
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that to happen twice. Oh my god, I wasn't even expecting that. Oh.
Hit it, no!
I was like, what's happening?
Prominence!
Get him, Nia!
On it!
Is this to your liking? Finish!
Oh. Okay.
Would you do that again?
Much obliged.
Now, let's show them what's really
Abrona!
Get up! He's just standing there doing nothing.
Shadow comes.
Yeah, can you get that? No? I'll get it.
No effect. I can keep going.
Did I not topple him? I'm confused. What is that? Why was there a cage around me? Shackle driver?
Rex, do you need a rest?
Nah, I can keep going.
Flash of steel. And retreat. Divine slash. Shadow.
Why is this guy easier than the normal enemies just around the world?
Should have followed the script. Such an honor, sharing a stage with the legendary Aegis!
Oh.
Huh? Why would the driver?
It seems that they're taking each other's damage somehow.
So that means that the Aegis is a mere mortal.
This guy just sounds like a generic anime
A little more
voice.
damage, and she'll be
Would I have
easy to
heard
deal
this
with.
person's voice before? Oh my god.
Pyra!
Girl, get up. Someone help us. Thank you.
Kids these days, I swear, can't leave you alone for a minute.
Could use a hand.
Leave it to me. I'll take this dog down.
create a tornado.
What's happening?
What? The ether flow's disturbed. How am I supposed to deflect now?
You and your fancy moves. You lack grit.
Just too many of these bit players. My interest has waned. Brona, perhaps it's time for another tale.
Sure.
I
Pyra!
wouldn't he also pass out?
Pyra! Pyra!
Are they just gonna like pick and choose what happens to both of them?
How is she?
She's not badly hurt. Dromark thinks she just needs rest.
That's good to hear.
Maybe. I used too much power again.
Hey, Rex. Know what the difference is between me and that Akos fella?
Well, he's a bad guy, trying to get Pyra. And you're...
I still think he is trying to get Pyro.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, kid.
I'm surprised he
What
hasn't
if I
tried to
told
fight
you
us yet.
That we weren't that
Again.
different?
Huh?
Hello.
My crew at the village, we think we're fighting for justice. But a just fight? I'm telling you now, there's no such thing. What people call justice, it's just an excuse to fight. War is war. The more you stand up for yourself, the more people want to fight you. Before you know it, you're in a war. Listen, all I'm saying is, we've got our fight, and he's got his.
But what he's doing is...
Yeah, it's bad.
They need to turn the music down.
Right and wrong.
I can barely hear him talking.
That's all it is. And power can take many different forms. It depends on the heart of its wielding. If we don't use our power, just because we're scared of it, we're done for. As for who's right and who's wrong, no one knows for sure. So all we can do is protect what's important.
I think I understand.
We all got our own war, kid.
My... war?
Good morning.
Am I close to the
Pyra,
end of this
feeling
chapter?
better?
Yeah,
Do we know?
I slept so much.
Good. Glad to hear.
I don't think
Also,
so.
Nia's got
Not at
something
all,
to talk
okay.
to you about.
She does?
Yeah.
I think I'm only
Go ahead, Nia.
halfway. Maybe
I
less than half.
Rex.
Okay.
I want you to come help me.
Come where?
To Van Damme. I need to tell him about my past with Akos and all that lot.
Ah, sure. If you'd like me to, I will.
Thanks.
Nia originally said she was going to go alone, but I said maybe it'd be better if you went along too.
Maybe I should explain.
Every chapter 2 to
Van
3
Damme.
streams.
He kind of scares me a bit.
This is my
I
second
get it.
stream. So maybe I'll finish it on Monday then. Oh, he left our party. Okay. Oh, but I can't have a third. Hello? Wait, oh, he's not going with us. Never mind. I get it. Oh, I was trying to check in here earlier. I didn't see this guy.
Yeah, I'm feeling stronger than before.
Oh, I had to hit include. Okay. Didn't
I'm
see that.
stronger than this, you know.
I thought he just wasn't coming with
much
us.
Stronger. More strong now.
Morning, Rex.
And
Did you sleep okay?
add him now. There we go. You had to switch from normal to easy? I'm on easy, I think. I know you said it'd be fine on normal, but I don't think I switched. Hello? Where am I going?
Oh, it's you guys. What got you out of bed so early?
Nia?
He's gonna try to kill us,
Thanks
that's why he's
yesterday.
not in our party.
You saved our skins.
He's gonna kill us.
That guy, Akos, I mean. I wanted to tell you about him. You see, thing is, we used to be...
Being a mercenary, you meet all kinds of different folks.
Huh?
Your country, family, money. People got plenty reasons to fight. Like fighting for a special girl. I see that a lot. Though not every girl has a strange crystal in her chest, eh?
You mean Pyra? We're just...
Nia, you're with these guys right now. That's what matters.
Okay. I thought he was gonna be mad at us.
Anyway, Rex, weren't you saying you wanted to get to Elysium?
Yeah. But we hit a snag. With a monster like that in the way, it's impossible. No guild ship's getting close to it without going down.
Well, I've got an old mate in the Orion capital. Got a feeling he might know a way through.
He
Really?
just feels evil,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. He
I
feels
gotta
like he's
go
gonna
there
betray
anyhow,
me.
So I could introduce you.
Is he not?
Vandam, thank you.
Nah, it's destiny or something. Don't sweat it.
The same thing happened with,
Get your stuff
what's his
together
name?
And meet me by the
Dixon? Was that
village
his
entrance.
name? I didn't like them the whole time that I was playing that. I knew he was gonna be evil. I had a feeling. Where am I going? Oh, I don't know where I'm going. Can you jump over this, please? I think it's the voice. I don't know. Just letting you know, it's a good way to Fonza Mima from here. Plenty of monsters out there on the road. Make sure you've got yourselves all kitted up before we head out. I think I'm good. All set, then let's get our backsides over to Fonza Mima pronto. Okay.
Time to head out. You,
He doesn't
Zuo,
betray me? Okay.
take care of this place, yeah?
He doesn't betray me.
Leave it to us, boss. Boss? You're
He's
in
a series
good mood
staple?
somehow.
I guess so. Well, take care.
Bye. He's like a beetle or tingle? Really? He reappears in various forms. This guy? I wouldn't expect that. Who was watching us? He's in the next game too, and the next one, and the other games. That's crazy. Is there a current way to play the Xenosaga games? Like, are they remastered or anything? Is this only playable? This guy thinks he's in Star Wars. You haven't played them yourself? There are rumblings? Well, good. Because I'll probably end up wanting to play them. What was that?
Wait.
Was it Crosby? It sounded like a sad meow. Well, he's in between us, so... Sorry, Tora. Xenogears? There's another one? Let's start a petition. Where am I going? Down?
What have we here?
Flora heals an aching soul.
Should I put, Ricky and his 12 kids? Was it 12? On my Tomodachi Life Island? I don't actually think I'm talented enough to do that. Maybe I can make pixel art pets. Was a plot for Final Fantasy, but got rejected for being too dark? Remember when I said I was gonna play Final Fantasy? And it never happened.
Decent place for a camp, maybe.
This would make a good nesting place.
This place is pretty.
Looks like all the chat about the Aegis was true.
Who are you?
Have you played Final Fantasy? Do you think I'd
That's
like
a
it?
heavy burden you have there. Sure you're up to it, Pipsqueak? See sense, step aside and let the big boys take charge. Come on, yield the merchandise.
Are we getting robbed?
Huh? What? Van Damme. Do you know this guy?
Never seen him in my life.
Bah!
The light bulb hat?
Are you...
You really are a bunch of rinky-dink, bogus, two-bit, no-mark drivers, aren't you? Behold the mighty
I don't know how I feel about this guy.
Gambu, bringer of chaos! Mostly known as Zeke,
The Zekinator.
and often addressed as the Zekinator! Behold my blade, Pandoria!
I like her.
And
She's
this is
cute.
my sword, the Purple Lightning Dream Smasher! If you want to taste,
The Purple
come
Lightning
and get
Dream
it.
Smasher.
We're good.
Good? No? Wait!
The Mr. Krabs sound effect? What was that?
This guy. I'm tired of him already.
Gah. You think you lowlives can lick the three of us?
3.
3 of you? I count 2. Lost someone?
Huh?
I'm gonna just use my
Get a
hands.
load of this. Our beloved mascot, Tartars, reveal yourself.
Who?
Tartars? 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 Where are you, boy? Tartars!
Does he have a turtle? Oh my god. Oh my god, he's so little.
Hello, little guy. How are you? What are you doing out here all alone?
Tartars!
Why does he sound like Mr. Krabs when he walks?
You could have just grabbed Pyra there. Why did he go for his turtle instead?
Oh, what an idiot.
He is funny.
Listen, whatever. She'll be mine soon enough. Got a problem with that? Then come at me! And don't hold back!
my god, that's so silly. Now we gotta fight him, level 23. Can you stop attacking me? Oh, I missed. Well, I'm sure it's great, but I can't hear it over all of them talking in my ear at once.
This is my true power of friendship. Maybe you should slow down.
I feel like I'm doing nothing. My nose is running. Give me a second. Sorry. I do need a rest, actually. Mia, can you get that? Oh, I died anyways, okay.
Stay with me, Rex.
Help me, thank you. Oh, I can reach him. I thought I just couldn't do anything there. How do I know when I can do a combo? The top left thing? Okay, maybe actually. Want me. Oh, it's like
Stratospheric thunder! No effect!
Did I think I missed. Please stop. Mia, please. Thank you. There we go.
Good try.
I need to move my camera to the right side.
But wipe yourselves down and get ready for my super ultra mega move.
We're waiting with bated breath for your super duper whatever.
You asked for it. Bringer of chaos. Ultimate lightning fury slash.
Oh my god. Bye. I'm gonna snooze my ads again.
What just happened? They...
What an idiot.
Don't see that every day.
Come on. That's enough nonsense.
Indeed.
Okay. 1200. Did Rye go live? I think Rye's supposed to be live. Hello. Rye canceled? Oh. Okay. Move to tomorrow? Should I hop on Tomodachi Live? could show you the chaos of my island. I could make the Zekanator. That's true. I'm gonna say it twice just in case. You like my tacos profile picture? There's Fiora in the right. That's Rye. That's hanging off the thing. That's Rye to the right. Pipe guardrail? That could be cool. That's Fiora. On the left. Looks nothing like her. I redid my Me Too. I think I'm really cute now.
Good seeing you. I want to try living with Griffin.
Oh.
If I lived with Griffin, we'd be spending a lot of time together. What's something you think we'd enjoy doing every day if Griffin and I lived together?
Oh no. I've only gotten this right once. They usually say having a long chat, and then I tried it earlier, I just pressed that, and they said something else, so... I personally think we'd enjoy cooking together because we do that in real life,
right.
so I'm gonna say that.
I'll go talk to him.
Please don't say having a long talk. Please.
Hey.
He's gonna say it.
Hey. Hey. Can we chat for a moment?
What is it? Seems important.
He is not fucking with me.
If the two of us live together, what's something you think we'd enjoy doing every day? Let's say it together. On 3.
He's gonna say something else.
1, 2, 3. Cooking.
Eating. Our answers didn't quite line up.
They kind of do line up,
But it might
actually.
be
If you
fun to
really
live
put your
together
head
anyway.
together and you think about it, we could cook and then eat together. Yay. Or I could cook, I guess. I don't have room for a house.
This is gonna be a blast.
Can I just put it where our current house is? Hello? Oh no. That's Toon
To
Link.
bring you some breaking news. We've just received some surprising news. As you are no doubt already aware, Cupid and Griffin
Why
are
is this in
moving
the
together.
news?
But it turns out, in Dog's world, these two
Oh,
are actually
that's why.
together as a couple. I'll read now from the joint statement they've released. Yeah, we just thought everyone should know, since we might get together in this world too. Thanks for watching. I'm Link, and you're up to date.
Now my ads are about to run.
We'd appreciate it if you kept an eye on us. Don't you think the houses here are a little small? I'm thinking we'll need to build a new one.
Okay. I always, like, can't tell what's happening when I'm trying to do this.
I'm sure we'll have a great time living in this house together. Say, do you have any ideas for what to call our household?
Girl,
If you
I
have
don't
a good
know.
name for us, I'd love to hear it.
What should our household be called? Hello? Yeah. What should our house be called? Crosby something. I don't know. Ryan and Sokka live together, and I made their house name SS Strongmen. Crosby Land.
Crossbyland.
Oh wow. Not singular.
They'll be known as Crossbyland.
Why do they never pronounce anything right? Crosby. And.
They'll be known as Crispy Land.
Okay. Crosby? Crosby's not very hard to say.
They'll be known as Crosby Land.
Sure.
Then we shall be henceforth known as Crosby Land. Thanks for the excellent idea. I hope you'll keep checking in on us, the members of Crosby Land.
I'm rich.
Welcome in.
He was in here last night too.
Step right up and try your luck.
Uncle Iroh's just running the night market. Self-help book. Simple living set. Gingerbread.
Thanks a bunch.
I already had
Be
2
sure
of those
to
things.
stop by again tomorrow.
I was hoping for some clothes, maybe.
Good evening. Think you could get me some clothes that make me look
Well, I
mysterious?
don't know if we have any clothes
Not
that look like what you wear.
magician
This is
I'm
Ty Lee
Moonlight.
from Avatar.
I want to look like someone who has stories to tell, but you know you'll never hear them because I'm so mysterious.
Will we get any crop tops? Because I feel like a lot of the characters I make / want to make wear crop tops. I already have one of these. I might have to draw her outfit. I had to draw Aang's outfit, and it looks terrible, but I did draw it. I don't know. I don't know what to give you. There is nothing that looks like what you wear. If this came in red, I could do that, but it doesn't. What did she even ask for? Something mysterious? I don't know what that means either. I'm pretty sure that's what Fiora asked for earlier too. Well, I don't know. I can do this and pretend it's a bathing suit top. This is gonna look horrible though. It's not wearing shoes, so. Oh. I always do that. That looks horrible. Here, you can wear this. I don't have any shoes to give you, but I just changed everything that I just thought of. And she liked it. At least she liked it. Also, if you notice, I did find out how to do a kind of side braid. I didn't know you could, like, take the braid that comes, like, out in the back and you can move them over. I had no idea you could do that.
Hey, thanks for always looking out.
Here's Aang in the clothes I drew him.
Yeah, grabbing snacks.
They're
Is
also
it just
glowing.
Me, or has Griffin been talking about Cupid nonstop lately?
Aww.
Now that you mention it, yeah. I wonder why.
Oh, yeah, whatever could be going on.
Hypothesis. Ryan is an extremely talented individual.
I concur. Extremely talented.
Funny, I was just on my way to the local notary to get my dissent of your hypothesis officially
What?
notarized.
Oh, guess what I heard? It turns out, that,
Me.
Oh, I shouldn't have started talking.
What? Don't leave us hanging. What were you about to say?
I need to make Aang like a
Yeah,
hat.
if you're
I
gonna
don't like that
gossip,
his arrow is
just go
just
for it.
sticking off of his head.
I saw Croton on the cover of a fashion magazine.
Oh yeah, Croton, I made you a
Really?
me.
You should get an autographed copy.
That Croton is always up to something amazing.
Spanchapilla? Lymphanor 2?
This is Rai. I added makeup to Rai's me because he did makeup on his me, so I was like, I'll add some. This is you, Croton. In the plant room.
Good evening. I want to be friends with Rai.
Great thinking.
What should we talk about?
Pokemon.
Got it. I'll go talk to him about Pokemon. Good evening, Rai.
Me and Rai kind of have the same outfit. I don't know how that happened.
Do you feel like talking about Pokemon? Seriously? My brain keeps shouting Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon 2? It can't
My
be a
new center on the
coincidence.
island in the
Let's
distance.
be friends.
Yay! Good friends. Do you guys have nicknames for each other? I feel like these are already nicknames.
Rai and I are both thinking about Pokemon all the time. So now we're friends. Feels like Croton and I were fated to become friends.
Croton leveled up. I already gave you a laptop. Would you like any specific little quirks? I like how there's one where you can eat light or eat bigger. This is me. That's what I have on my me. I'll give you maracas.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
Later?
Jabble? Yorkie? Yeah.
Oh, I meant to say I'll break someone.
Higher, higher. Higher,
Higher.
little higher.
I'm just gonna be smacking you in the head.
Right there. That's great. Right there. That's the spot. That's the spot. Right there. Right there. Right there. That's right there. Right there.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Right there.
Okay, Uncle Iroh. Okay.
Thanks.
That was a little much.
Let's play no repeats.
No repeats. I suck at this game.
No repeats.
And they always do food. Is that the only option?
Roast goose.
Ew.
Grapes. Roast lamb.
I don't know.
Watermelon.
I wouldn't have said that was a food. Lasagna.
Spaghetti aglio e olio.
Don't know what that is.
Meatballs.
I'm scared.
Bulgogi.
How is she not messed up yet?
Greek salad.
I don't know. Souffle? I almost clicked on romantic movie.
Roast goose. Ah,
That was the
roast goose
longest
is a
that's
repeat.
ever gone
What a
on.
gauntlet. Congratulations, you won.
I do think that's
Time for
one
your-
of my favorite games. Shopping channel show. Fiora. Looks nothing like Fiora.
Do you have a moment?
I made her and then I changed her me and I think I made it look worse.
I would just love it if there were an outdoor shower right
40
here.
bucks.
Thanks. That'll make life on this island a million times better.
I just let them do whatever they want, to be honest. He would be snoring.
So, get this. Apparently, adding some split pea soup to your diet can make you look younger or older.
How could that possibly work? Is it random? How could some split pea soup know what age you want to look?
What is
I
happening?
think you probably just dreamed that. There's no way it's true.
I'm gonna choose to believe it. Can we get the waiter over here
I've
so
never
I can
had
order
split
some
pea
split
soup.
pea soup? For as long as I can remember,
I saw
I've
someone
wanted
is
to be an
making
influencer.
that
I'm
Fruit
finally
Love
going to
Island or
follow
whatever
my
it is, but in
dreams.
Tomodachi
Who are
Life.
you going to try to influence?
Like,
You
that's such a
influence
great
us
idea
into
to make
meeting
a
you here,
series
so you're off to a good start.
like that.
Maybe you can influence us some free food.
Let me see if I can find it.
I overheard a couple arguing about
Oh, I
soap.
forgot that I can just leave
Turns
this. I've
out
just
one of
been
them
watching this.
accidentally bought. Ah,
What a menu.
whoa. It was a dream. Oh. What's up?
Oh, I don't know if I can send this. It might be too long. How do I get my Mies to ask each other out? And why I set Aang and Katara as they're in a
Baby.
relationship in real life, and he lost his crush on her. Also, my nose is running again. 1 second. What do you
I
want?
want to be friends with May.
Great thinking.
What should we talk about?
The avatar.
Got it. I'll go talk to her about the avatar.
I had to draw her little buns and her little things on, so they're like on her face.
Good evening,
And it kind of looks
May.
weird.
Do you
From
feel
the
like
front, it
talking
looks
about
fine.
the avatar?
Sure, but I wonder. Quick. A test. Zuko, how accurate is your the avatar impression?
The avatar impression? I've never tried before, but I'm feeling brave. How's this? Heidi ho. Look at me. I'm the avatar.
True.
Well, you sound just like
I feel
them.
like Aang would say
For
that.
a sec there, I thought I was listening to the real person. You're so talented, Zuko. You wanna be friends?
I need to change her dress color, I think. See, from the front, oh, not from this front, but from the front when she's standing, it looks okay.
Looks like the avatar impression really brought May and I together.
I still can't
They need to be
believe it was
longer
just
though,
an
but
impression.
I couldn't make them any
I'm
longer.
so impressed. Oof, I gotta learn some more words.
I feel like she would say that.
Yes, Simone.
Welcome.
I tried to redo my island, and I started up here, and then I gave up, and I got rid of everything. What is Crosby screaming about? What are the backdrops? Not the FaceTime. These are cool. I took a picture here earlier. That's like the best spot on my island. There's like nowhere else. That's good. This is Ryan, by the way. I didn't know how to do his hair. There's like no good filters. Leave the studio. How'd you like the photo studio? Get new pics with a cool backdrop. Speaking of, more backdrops will be added as you play. Okay.
Welcome.
That's cool that it's not all of them.
Please come again.
I probably won't make a me because I do like to do that in handheld. Just in case I need to do any details. Are there more quirks? Anger set? Why is it saying that? You can't see, but it's just got Ryan Croton in the corner when I hover on Link. But I don't see you guys. Oh, you're behind the restaurant. Or you're in the restaurant? You're in the restaurant. Okay. Here.
Hello. It's nice to meet you. My name is Link.
Wonderful to meet you, Link. I am Rai.
And That's the Swindoodle at Sepple Cat. Frenzy. So, you'll even
The restaurant's really cute. I like the little drink area. On the little quarter machines. I didn't even notice that. Come here.
Hey, you dropped something. Looks important.
Oh, thanks.
Oh god.
I'm
Now
so-
she's gonna have a crush on him? He just lost his crush. You couldn't have done this, like, this morning when I was playing? It looks nothing like
Hey,
Aang.
holding my hand mirror like that is a great look. Is this the sort of love that begins with a hand mirror?
It must be
You're right.
love.
I can't believe Cupid visited me in the form of a hand mirror. All that's
Interesting.
left is to ask Aang out. I can do this.
Cupid is actually on your island. Aang, you gotta get your crush back. I do have them set as a couple, me and Griffin set as a couple, and Zuko and May set as a couple. And maybe Tetra and Link? I can't remember. I know it's kind of boring, but I don't know. Ryan and Croton are next to each other. And then I've got Katara and Aang, and then I've got Zuko between Uncle Iroh and May. Then Sokka lives with Ryan, and then Fiora is next to them. Like, I don't know where to start redoing my island. What am I doing?
Good seeing you.
Here, you can have some gingerbread.
Yum.
I do eat fast, that's my quirk. Look at Aang in the back. I made him float. I do cry when I'm angry, so here you go.
I feel like I'm getting closer to who I truly am.
I haven't found any favorite food or least favorite foods yet, which is surprising. Oh my god, look at— you can't see. Look at that! I don't really understand what's going on up there. There's so much happening. They're venting about their biggest pet peeves in 2026 so far. Presentation about a computer. Petra's always over here shouting at the sea.
What's up, Link?
Aww.
Hey, Tetra.
I didn't know she had a crush on him. When did that happen? There's Croton. Can I get— how do I get Rye to pull out Blossom?
Oh, what do you need?
There's Blossom behind my camera, of course. How do I get him to pull it out? He also has an octopus. But yeah, this is my island. There's nothing going on, so I'm gonna stop there. Who's on? Someone unfollowed me. Which me did they not like? Ivy's playing Tomodachi Life. I'm gonna rate Ivy. My button, yes. My app updated. I was afraid my stream deck was gonna break again. I'll be back on Monday with more Xenoblade. And this, I have no idea when I'll play this next. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.